And good afternoon, Manchester United fans. What's up? What's up? It's your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan with the transfer mark, guys. Just to give you some confirmations on the happenings according to today with what's been going on with the current transfers and Manchester United plans. It's also match day, folks, so stay tuned. In about an hour and a half, we're gonna come back in at 8:30 with the match predictions and match preview show featuring my buddy Drex from D Hub Sports. Guys, it's gonna be live. Don't be afraid. Don't mind jumping in. And guys, excuse me. If you're new, smash the subscribe buttons, hit that notification bell so you know where I'm live next. And if you're always joining me, hit that like button and get your comments as we review the transfer show. Transfermarkt is here. Guys, let's get into this. And big up, my people. I'm coming to you with some news in the transfer market on Manchester United. And we'll start with Victor Lindelof's. His contract renewal until summer 2025 is already confirmed, as well as Aaron Wan-Bissaka, who we all know might be on his way back to Crystal Palace in the summer as we get prepared to make a swap deal with cash for Olise. Guys, what your thoughts? Get in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. GB is here early. Hey, my bro, what's going on? This is just a short video to give you guys confirmation about what the transfer strategy is and what we're currently dealing with at the moment, my bro. It's not one of those things where, I'm the guru. What I mean, I wish I was, but I'm just reading the news as it's on offer right now, guys. So, bear with me. Hannibal Mejbri about to decide today where he goes, if he keeps up his agreement with Sevilla or he goes to Everton. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow there will be breaking news on his decision. Guys, your thoughts in the comments as Manchester United are reportedly after a £52 million rated midfielder for the transfer. Guys, it's one of those things where I don't know where the money is coming from, but right now the links are really, really high as Manchester United are reportedly interested in Brazilian sensation Gustavo Willian, better known by his nickname MESSINHO, guys. According to today's edition of Mundo Deportivo, Man United are among several European powerhouses that are making serious bids to entice the 16-year-old player. The Catalan media outlet have reported that Barcelona are aiming to sign the teenage sensation from Palmeiras, but they are in financial difficulties. The same kind of difficulties are being suffered in some way, shape, or form at Manchester United. But teams like Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, and Paris Saint-Germain are bidding to get this youngster. And MESSINHO is one of those players that would attempt to either move to Manchester United or Barcelona. It was the two of his clubs that he would prefer to move to. And it just happened to be the two clubs that are in financial difficulties. The young Brazilian's former idol is Barcelona's Messi, guys. And the Blaugrana's delicate economic situation is the main reason why they haven't been able to finalize his contract. According to Mundo Deportivo, the Spanish source stated that Barca cannot pay the 52 million or 60 million release clause in his current contract at the South American team. He participated in 5 Brazil under-17 World Cup matches in November last year, scoring 3 goals and dishing out as many assists, guys. This is very interesting for a youngster. No wonder some of the top clubs are chasing after him. Guys, your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you are thinking. As well as Manchester United are also reports to have ramped up their chase of Oscar, who was supposed to be going to Bournemouth, Zambrano guy. But Manchester United, like I said before, they have confirmed and been given the green light by Sir Jim Ratcliffe to get him in the club. So the Manchester United team has stepped up negotiations with his team and his people over this weekend and continue negotiations today. We will have a verdict by Wednesday on if he signs for Manchester United, and the hijack was successful. Guys, confirmation that Jadon Sancho's deal with Borussia Dortmund has been finalized today. More breaking news and official statements to be out tomorrow. But yes, it has been finalized. He should be on his way to the Marbella training camp as we speak. Guys, get your thoughts in. Let me know what you're thinking. Manchester United interested in a few players, not at all what we were saying. One of those players happened to be TODIBO, who Manchester United have said to have reported that they have made contact with his representation and started talks for a transfer. Guys, I'm not 100% on that, but it's been reported in the last bit of hours with several different sources coming out and saying talks have begun. I was one of those who actually think that based on the surgence of Willy Kwambala, we may be looking at a different centre back target since he fits the exact profile, shape, and size of Jean-Claude Todibo, the young Willy Kwambala. So I was thinking we might be actually pressing because reports are that Atlanta has stepped up their asking price to 60 million euros for Giorgio Scalvini. Manchester United are still negotiating, trying to cut the deal, and the talks are positive. Guys, I don't think Manchester United may be into spending a lot of money in this window, but I would like to see them bring in maybe a young talent like the young Oscar Zambrano, who's going to slot right into the midfield if he gets the chance, as he is actually higher rated than Moises Caicedo was when he came to the Premier League last season at this same time. Guys, your thoughts? Let me know what you are thinking. Today is match day. What are your thoughts about Manchester United? I know we haven't performed exceedingly well, but this is the first game of the year. I believe Manchester United players are going to rock up for this game and take their chances. What are your thoughts? GB, I see you're getting in. You're happy about the Sancho news. I know that, yes. It's one of those things where I would totally agree with you. I'm happy that Sancho has made got a loan. Maybe I would have liked for him to get sold as well, but I also wasn't sure we could afford to take too big of a loss on selling him. Like, I would not like to see him go for 20 million pounds. I would like to see him be sold for somewhere in the region of 40 to 45, maybe even 50 million pounds. I think that might be much more interesting. And guys, I would also like to announce to you today that there have been reports by Centre Devil and others that Man United player Amad Diallo are set to be swapped with Sunderland and Southampton linked with a transfer soup. But Amad Diallo himself came out to quell those rumors, saying that I am in the coach's plans. Do not tell lies. And it's a fact because the coach had said it himself. Amad Diallo is one of the type of attacker that I appreciate most. Guys, what are your thoughts? Get in the comments. Let me know what you are thinking. Manchester United are set to race to sign 23-year-old striker ahead of Aston Villa. And I'm talking about Jonathan David. And I don't believe this report, but again, this is the news, guys. So, I have to bring it to you. And it said that the Red Devils are looking to sign a new striker in this transfer window to assist Rasmus Højlund, and the former Atalanta striker, the Canadian forward Jonathan David, is one to be said that's on the list. I think honestly this is going to be a mistake. He is sub-average. He's not at the level of European football. This guy cannot score goals. He cannot be dependent on. He would score some goals in the French league, sure, but we all know. What I mean? He doesn't have that X factor of a striker. I think Jonathan David should not even be considered for signing at Manchester United, maybe at a mid-table club or somewhere lower down the league. And that's just my opinion on Jonathan David, guys. As I'm going to give you some more information, currently, as reports are saying, this youngster, Paulo Dybala, is being eyed by Manchester United. As we know, he has a release clause of 10 million euros. Will Manchester United trigger that release clause? Because he's played 8 games. He's played 8 games this season. He has 4 goals and 4 assists. I think Paulo Dybala is 30 years, is about to turn 30, but he's on the fit side of 30. I'm not too sure if I would have him for a long-term project, but to have him for 2 seasons in the current form that he's in, I think he would also provide a spark in our attacking going forward. Guys, your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're talking about. And of course, I know who you want, GB. And I would also have him in a heartbeat. And as we have been talking about it, GB, Oliver Giroud is on a free at the moment, and we can definitely be up in, line to sign him. I mean, a lot of people might say, look at his age, but I would say, look at his records, look at his quality, look at his experience. What could he bring to our team? We have three young strikers. One we just brought in from Atalanta, who's at the forefront of our attack, and then we have two other players, Joe Hugel, as well as the youngster just coming back on loan. And I think it would do well for us to hire a striker of his ilk to teach the three of them to take over leading the line as the season and the team progresses going forward for the future. What are your thoughts? Yes, Oliver Giroud, GB. Oliver Giroud, my guy. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Dybala has this horrible injury record and he will want massive wages. But I mean, if you're getting Dybala for 10 million over 2 seasons, I don't think that's such a big deal. And you're not wanting Dybala to start every game, but you would like him to start maybe one game, one every other game, come on in the second half to change things. So I'm thinking that if you manage him well at 10 million, if he could come in and play 10 out of the next 18 games and score maybe 10 goals and get 4 assists for Manchester United, that would be a lot on the reward. Yeah, compost. I know GB and I are not talking madness, because I think Giroud would definitely suit our current attacking line. Not only that, but I think because we have young wingers like Alejandro Garnacho, Palestri, Anthony, and Ahmad, I think having an experienced striker like Oliver Giroud could guide them to service him the way he needs, and will so do guide them in a way to service Hoyland going forward. So this is why I'm saying this. You know what I mean, guys? So, I mean, get your thoughts in. There are some reports that Scott McTominay have been on the eyes of Everton, who are thinking of making him their transfer target this month. And the reports are stating that Everton may come in with a bid of 25 to 30 million euros for the Scotsman on the low side. On the top side, they are thinking that they may not want to push to more than 40 million pounds, but it is left to be seen. Key sources have revealed that close to the club that the deal involving the two players could benefit all parties, because the other option is that United might swap Scott McTominay for Amadou Onana, and maybe that will settle the issue. I'm not 100% certain if they may want extra cash along with Scott McTominay, but if we can give them maybe a fringe player or a player who's in the reserves that's not one of our top players along to sweeten the deal so we don't have to pay any cash, I would take that swap deal in a heartbeat. Come on, Everton. Come in for Scott McTominay and give us Amadou Onana so he doesn't go to Arsenal, because I've been hearing some large reports that Arsenal are about to make a £52 million bid for the midfielder. And guys, I think he is a better version of Scott McTominay, and I would take him in my midfield. You know, I would take him. What are you saying, Compo Smurf? We knocked back 30 million from West Ham, saying we wanted more. But I mean, guys, what are you thinking? I do know that Manchester United has had some interest in Amadou Onana. Would you think if Everton come in and say, you know what, let's make a swap deal? Don't you think Manchester United might accept it? Because I think Onana is an upgrade on Scott McTominay. You know what I mean? Compo Smurf? Compo Smurf. I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. But at the same time, maybe Hannibal might develop into a much better player if he could lose the attitude. He has that super aggressive attitude but if he could calm that down, I think he's a decent player. But you know what? If we could give them Hannibal and McTominay and take Amadou Onana, I would do it tomorrow in the morning, 8 a.m. and he would be in Manchester by midday doing his medical. And that's my word, guys. That's my word. GB, you're 67? Whoa. You really could be my dad, bro. My dad is younger than you, bro. I'm saying, I'm being honest. He's actually younger than you, man. Man, wow. By about 10 years, GB. Yeah. Anyways, let me go on to the last bit of breaking news with Manchester United, guys, before I wrap up. And there are some talks that Manchester United chances of landing Serhou Guirassy giving a boost by Stuttgart's director of football. The Manchester United four-man shortlist for striking reinforcements this winter recently got reduced to 3, with Timo Werner moving to Tottenham, with Thomas Muller and Eric Choupo-Moting, who hardly are exciting options, being ruled out due to their contracts being finished expiring the same time as the prospective loan moves. Serhou Guirassy has emerged as the fan favorite for the transfer. The Bundesliga hitman has taken Germany by storm this season, and fans are clamoring for a guarantee of goals. The VfB Stuttgart's director of football, Fabian Wohlgemuth, has now fanned the flames of a potential move in January for the striker. Speaking to German outlet BW24, he said the squad situation is tense and the strategy on this player is not to hope and fear and keep our fingers crossed. Those are hardly the words of an executive who's optimistic about the chances of holding on to his asset. Wogelmuth did add that they are not any under pressure to sell, but Guirassy's release clause of £15.2 million has become so paltry in relation to his form that they might not have a choice. He said that they are in constant contact and will act if a favorable situation for the club arises, effectively opening the doors for interested parties to make a move. Guirassy's departure will hit Stuttgart hard, as they are in contention for an unexpected Champions League place, driven mainly by the goal-scoring efforts of the striker. In light of financial fair play issues, United may not have enough to spend on this player, but January, this could be one of those opportunities Eric Ten Hag talks about in which the club has to act. A player of Guirassy's goal-scoring pedigree for the fee isn't normal in any circumstance, and United could live to regret it if they dither. Guys, your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Would you take Serge Guirassy? Would you take Serge Guirassy, guys? Let me know. Facts. I remember Choupo-Moting was rubbish all the way, my guy. Choupo-Moting shouldn't even be an option, man. You know? And the last bit of news, Euro Giants eye Man United Tottenham target in shock move despite obscene asking price. According to reports, Manchester United and Tottenham officers face serious competition in the race to sign Everton defender Jared Branthwaite. After impressing while on loan with the Dutch side PSV Eindhoven, Branthwaite returned to Everton ahead of his campaign, and he has been one of the breakout stars in the Premier League this season. Making 21 appearances all across all competitions, Branthwaite has stuck up a great partnership with James Tarkowski, and had it not been for Everton's 10-point minus deduction, they would be comfortably around mid-table positions. Branthwaite's form at Everton has fueled the talk of a move to a Premier League rival, and the Toffees have reportedly slapped £100 million asking price on him amid interest from Manchester United and Spurs. The centre-back is under contract until 2027, and while Everton's reported asking price is pretty optimistic, they are right to give it their all to retain their prized asset. But their hands may be eventually tied, according to the Daily Mail, as Spanish giants Real Madrid are also tracking Braithwaite. The Englishman is on Real Madrid's radar, and it's rightly noted that their interest will excite him, and the report adds, a number of Premier League and foreign sides have taken note, Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur in particular, but it's the interest of Real that will excite the young Cumbrian. He is no stranger to Real boss Carlo Ancelotti, of course, as the Italian gave him his first team debut while being a coach at Everton, and he has often received further messages of encouragement from Carlo's assistant and son, David Ancelotti. They are assessing the number of options, and Bradford has received some glowing reports from scouts, described by his former mentor and coach Ruud van Nistelrooy as complete from their time working together at PSV Eindhoven. Real want to know if Brandtwaite also has the mentality and personality to undertake such a move. They will continue to monitor his progress in the coming weeks. Guys, your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you're thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I watch a lot of Bundesliga, and Serge Garassi, I think he had like 9 goals last season in all competitions. He was okay. He wasn't, I think he was sort of like what Hoyland was doing this season, except he was doing it in the Bundesliga. And then this season, he's just like found whatever magic he has, and just been finding really good form. You know, Eugene McGeever. R.I.P. Franz Beckenbauer. Oh my God, did he pass away, guys? Yeah, man. One of the biggest defenders in the history of football, in my opinion. Young CB looks good. The price is crazy, though. To be fair, yeah, Braithwaite looks really good, but I think he's gonna end up at Manchester at Real Madrid. In honesty, bro, these left-footed CBs are hard to find, especially ones that tick all the boxes 100%, my bro, 100%. And to be honest, bro, like I look at this kid Braithwaite, and I looked at him when he was at PSV Eindhoven because I watch a lot of football in general. To be fair, and he's always had this way he looks like he's always into the game. He never drops his head. He's always playing with that positivity. So it's one of those things where you look at the player and you could see, well, he has talent and he has a mentality. So as long as he continues to work hard, I think he's gonna take himself to the level that everyone expects him to be at. You know what I mean? And expect him to achieve at some point. So, it's one of those things, guys. So let me to recap. Oh, last but certainly not least, and Manchester United have been reported tonight as to be monitoring Aston Villa's Ezri Konsa. I'm not too sure why, but Manchester United are tracking the Aston Villa defender as the club considers a number of options to improve their defensive line. Ekrem Kuna from ESPN revealed that United are monitoring the situation of the 26-year-old, but are joined in the hunt by Premier League rivals Chelsea. Guys, to recap, talks about Amad Diallo moving away from the club on loan or permanently have been shut down by the manager and Amad Diallo himself when he replied to Center Devil's tweet saying "Stop the lies." Also information: Jadon Sancho's move to Borussia Dortmund confirmed today as he jets off to Marbella, Spain, to join them for training camp. Manchester United interest in Serge Guirassy receiving a boost as the club CEO of Stuttgart is open to selling him. More information as Paulo Dybala is being eyed as by Manchester United for his $10 million release clause. Other reports: United are in the race to sign the young talent MESSINHO, or otherwise known as MESSINHO, to be fair. And other reports: Manchester United stepped up and ramped up efforts to sign the youngster Oscar Zambrano ahead of Bournemouth, who had taken pole position over the course of the last few days. So let's see how that report, turns up, because I assume that by Wednesday we will get confirmation on whether Manchester United successfully renegotiated and secured his services. Guys, other interesting news: Choupo-Moting and as well as Muller ruled out from contention for Manchester United loan since their contracts are expiring in summer this year. In the Bundesliga, there's a rule that states that no player can be loaned when their contract is about to expire in the same duration unless it's domestically, guys. So, the information is there. Yeah, Compo Smurf. Jadon Sancho, 4 million euros for his loan is a joke. A joke, bro. Total joke. Other information: Timo Werner confirmed move to Spurs. Manchester United lost out on their top target, as well as information coming in that states that Manchester United have taken interest in Lille striker, average at best footballer, Jonathan David. To be honest, I'm not going to give him any plaudits. He's a rubbish striker in my opinion. I don't think we should even be looking at him. I think he's dross, you know. Other reports state that Hannibal will make his decision today and early as tomorrow or Wednesday morning could be jetting off to the club in his new loan. Other reports are Everton have offered Manchester United a swap deal with Amadou Onana in exchange for Scott McTominay. Guys, thank you for joining me. And if you're not here in the live, please get in and leave your comments in the non-live section. Give me your reactions, tell me your opinions, and we will read them out in the next show. Guys, join me in an hour, in 2 hours, for the match preview with my buddy Captain Drex, or Admiral Drex as GB dubbed him. You know, it's going to be a good one. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for chatting. And thank you for liking, guys. And if you're new, please hit the subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell so you can see that, whenever my videos are on. Guys, I hope you all have a good evening. Till then, see you after the game. Compo Smurf, big up to you too, GB. Thank God, because he is so average. He is like rubbish, in my opinion. There are strikers in Trinidad and Tobago that are 10 times better than Jonathan David ever will be. His only luck is that he grew up in a first world nation. That's my opinion. If you don't like that, then so be it, guys. Have a good day. I think we should also bring back Mason Greenwood. All this talk of Olise is cool and all, but he doesn't hold a candle to Mason. In my opinion, bring the young man back from Spain. Guys, have a good evening. Catch you all later. It's been your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan with Transfermarkt. Yes, my guys. Later. Have a good one.